No, madam, we don't see the phone.
No, madam, we don't see the phone.
No, please.
No, please.
A moment.
A moment. This call is now being recorded.
Please, you cannot speak so. Mute your microphone twice. You are disturbing.
Does it come now?
Yes, madam, it has come, but it's a bit low.
Hello. Okay, please turn off your mic. Turn off your mic. Has a screen come?
No.
No. Okay, I forwarded it to your page. Okay, I forwarded it to the page, so we can read it from your page. The group we have formed. I'm trying to.
Madam.
Right. Hello.
Madam. Please, madam. Please, madam, this was.
Sending more.
Please mute yourself. Christina, please mute yourself.
I'm trying to project the poem. It's not working. I don't know why. Yes, Reina. What do you want to say?
Please, I'm joining for the first time and I'm not in the group.
Hey, you're joining for the first time.
Yes, I'm from Upper West, Laura.
Upper West. How many
Laura.
are you? How many are you at your center?
Please, I went to the center. I was the only one there. I don't know.
Hey. Okay, I'm trying my best to project it. I don't know what is happening with me.
Please, can they add me to the group?
I have to send you the link. So you have my MTN number, right? Send me hi on MTN, so I'll send you the link to join.
Madam,
Yes.
I wanted to suggest something.
Okay.
I've seen that you are trying to open the poem. So far as it is a picture, why not go into your gallery?
That is
Instead
what
of
I
the
have
WhatsApp.
done. That is what I'm trying to do. Uh-huh. I tried it earlier
Okay.
and it worked with my other. So I'm just trying to do the same to project for the class.
Okay.
It's something. This whole thing is wasting my time.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Madam,
I'm
but
here. I'm trying to.
you have sent it in the WhatsApp group. So let's read from there.
That will be the last
That will be
resort.
the best.
Some people are not yet in the group. That is why I'm trying hard to project it. But once it's not working, we'll have to read from the group page. I'm trying hard to project.
Madam, please. I think it's hello, madam. Please,
Yes.
I think it's possible for someone to also project it. I think that is being done sometimes in other groups.
If that can work, I'm really struggling to. I did it earlier in the morning around 6 and it worked. So I was just hoping to repeat same with the class, but it's not working. So if anybody could project it for us to read, I'll be grateful. If anybody amongst the group can project it for us, I'll be grateful. So someone should try for us.
Okay, please. Madam. I think Daniela is trying. So.
Okay.
Madam Ivy.
Okay, I can see hers. I can see hers.
Please, is it clear?
No, we can't see anything.
Please, we are having difficulty with the network. We're the ones at UCC, we are having difficulty with the network.
Those who are struggling, I think I would have to send a voice note to help you. A lot of people are struggling already. People have been calling my MTN. So can we look at the point, please, and do the appreciation? If someone can read it for us.
Madam.
Someone is projected it. Daniela is projecting it. Yes, dear. Hello.
Madam.
I can't see.
Yes, I'm okay.
Madam, please, I was saying that the voice audio that you were talking about, it will help us.
That is what I've been trying to do, so that those who could not join would get to benefit.
We are Google meeting.
I'll send it anyway, but we need to do the discussion too. I'll send a voice note.
Madam, please, we are not in the group. Oh. We are 4 here, but we are not in the group.
Well, which center is that?
West school. West school.
Hey.
Madam, please. Not in the
Madam,
group.
we are more than 20, but we are not in the group.
Yes, ma'am.
No problem. No problem. The course rep should put me high on WhatsApp. I'll send you the link to join, and I'll have to resend all the audio I sent last week, so all of you can benefit.
Okay.
Okay, then we are sending our number in the income message.
You are doing what? How many are you at Sweat School?
Madam, West school, we are more than 30. Oh.
Hey. So have you been joining?
Yes, we are more than 30.
Madam, sometimes we join, sometimes we find it difficult to join.
Okay, no problem. We'll all get there. Okay, so can someone use the point for us? I'm struggling to still project it.
Okay, I'm doing it, but I don't see if it's projecting or.
Okay, then I'll read for us, okay?
Okay, madam.
That's the only thing I can do now. All right, so the poem is Studeis. How many of you have heard about Studeis or Smanguru? Hello? Has any of you heard
Hi,
of
madam.
Hi, madam.
Smanguru? Yes. Have you heard of him before?
Have you heard of him before?
Or have you heard about him?
Yes.
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Okay. It's an African legend. Please, those who are not talking, to turn off your Michael, please turn off your mic. Thank you. All right, so this is an African epic. Last week we talked about some of the types of oral poems. And we mentioned legend and all of that. Now we are looking at one that is an epic. An epic is actually a long narration of someone who has done so much for his society and has been regarded as a legend. When it comes to Ghana, we talk about Yasantua and Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. South Africa, they will mention Nelson Mandela. So this is a story about an African hero that has done so much for his society or his community. And his story has been preserved for generations to learn from. We talked about oral literature last week, and the epic is one of the oral literatures we have, or oral narrations that we have. Last week too, we reiterated the fact that we have three types of poetry. That is the dramatic poetry, the lyrical poetry, and the narrative poetry. The epic is an example of a narrative poetry, and we have been given an example to study. Unfortunately, we don't have the copy in our book, and that is what we are struggling with this morning. I tried projecting it earlier and it worked, but I don't know why it's not working at this time of the day. But whatever it is, I would have to share the poem with you, and we'll do the discussion. I have the poem here. Sundiata foretelling the defeat of Sumanguru. The leader, please, I'm starting, okay? The leader of the Jains for Susu Sumanguru Bamangana prescribed 2 white rams. Sumanguru kept the 2 white rams in his compound. He fashioned pure silver and attached it to the leg of one ram named after himself. He intended to change matters. He fashioned pure gold and attached it to the one. Yes,
Madam.
He fashioned pure gold.
Madam.
Yes, please talk.
Madam.
Yes. Please talk. And attached it to the one. Someone has been saying, Madam, please stop.
Madam, please stop. Madam, please, the pain.
The pain.
Yes, please.
7, page 57, unit 2, section 6. She has disrupted me, so I have to start all over again. We are looking at the poem Sundiata, an African legend from the Mali Empire.
Madam.
Yes, hey.
Please. Oh, sorry, please. Are you reading from the one you sent? The one you posted in the group?
Yes, please. I'm struggling to project it. I have to read it for us to analyze it.
Okay.
So that is what I'm doing. If you keep calling me, I will keep disturbing the flow of the poem. I'm reading the poem that I projected, that I sent onto the platform. Someone is trying to project it now. Mazu. So from any of you can even take it for us. Someone has projected it for us. So if you can see it clearly, any of you can read it for us. Then we'll analyze it. If you want me to read it too, let me know so I can start here. Hello?
Madam, please read for us.
Madam, please read for us.
So I'm starting. Nobody disturb the flow of the narration. Sundiata, foretelling the defeat of Sumanguru, the leader of the Jains, prescribed these 2 white rams for Susu Sumanguru Bamangana. Sumanguru kept the 2 white rams in his compound. He fashioned pure silver and attached it to the leg of one named after himself. He intended to change matters. He fashioned pure gold and attached it to the one he had named after Sundiata. Since he did not know Sundiata's name, he said, "The person whom God is to create. Is he not yet born? Is he in this town? Is he in his mother's womb? Is he a spirit? If it be God's will, it is that child who will destroy my reign. It is after him that I named this sheep. He out the pure gold on that one." Then from line 20, those 2 rams were together for some time. Then came a day. Susu Sumanguru Bamangana. It was the evening before Friday. Thursday was nearly over and the evening before Friday had begun. When dawn broke, it would be Friday. Susu Sumanguru Bamangana and his attendants were sitting. The sheep appeared with the 2 white rams. The sheep appeared with the 2 white rams among them. The one named after Sundiata mounted an ewe and was about to tap it. The one named after Sumanguru took a few steps backwards and battered the one named after Sundiata. Sundiata left the ewe and faced the other ram. They battered each other and battered each other and battered each other. Susu Sumanguru Bamangana was sitting with his griots and his attendants. The ram named after Susu Sumanguru Bamangana pushed back a little away. Sundiata's namesake did likewise. And as they crashed into each other, one of the horns of Susu Sumanguru Bamangana's namesake snapped. Sundiata went back a little away, then came crashing into the other ram, which fell to the ground. The attendants fell upon it and slaughtered it. Susu Sumanguru was perplexed. He went to the leader of the Jains and told him what happened. The leader of the Jains said to him, I am not God. But since I began serving God, since I first knew my right hand from my left, on any occasion when somebody gave me work to do, I went into retreat. And what I saw, I saw. That is what I have seen in this instance. That is what the Lord has revealed to me. He declares that He is God and that no one can know Him. He has ordained His kingship and it cannot be altered. Therefore, enjoy such luck as you are going to enjoy before this child appears. So I am done reading the poem. Do we understand the poem? Hello? I'm at class. Are you there? Hello?
Hello, madam. Hello, madam. Hello, madam.
Hello, madam.
Hello, madam. Do we understand?
Yeah, I'm continuing.
No, yes, madam. No, madam.
No, madam.
No, madam. Yes,
you don't understand.
Yes, madam.
You don't understand. Yeah. Okay, it's okay. One of you should also be. One of you should also be. Oh, the figure.
Please, can the point be posted in the group so that we can record again?
It's in the group already.
Because of the network issues.
The poem is in the group already.
Okay, thank you.
Madam, I think I can go on with the discussion. Later, I read it. Time is not on our side.
All right. The poem. So we are looking at two sessions.
Michael, James, please mute your microphones.
Yes, madam, I'm here. Please, we are here.
Off your mic so I can explain the poem to you. The feedback is really disturbing some of us. Okay, so please let's start. We are looking at Unit 2, Section 6, and we are to appreciate an African epic entitled Sundiata. As I said earlier, the poem is not struggling this morning. But what I want you to understand is that the extract that we have just read is one of the verses of the ancient empire during the 13th century kingdom in West Africa. The said kingdom was founded by Sundiata, and the story has survived up to this day because the griots or the praise singers preserved the memory of his achievement. So the story behind the poem is that Sundiata, the name is actually Sundiata Keita. The explanation is not in the book, so please pay attention. The name is actually Sundiata Keita. He was born during the 13th century to a certain king. He was a king in Mali that ruled at the Madinka Empire. We have the Madinka Empire and the Soso Empire. The Madinka Empire was ruled by Sundiata's father. Then the Soso Empire was ruled by Sumanguru. Sumanguru is a king who practices as a sorcerer, or let me use the word a magician. So he was using magic to rule as a king. And he wanted to dominate all of Mali. So even though he was ruling the Soso Empire, he wanted to spread his dominance over Madinka. So he saw the Madinka tribe as a threat to his existence. So when the when the king of Madinka died, who happened to be Sundiata's father, he killed Sundiata's stepbrothers because he saw them to be a threat to his kingdom or his kinship. And the birth of Sundiata is such that it was foretold. There was a prophecy that he was going to be born. And when he comes, he will defeat the king of Soso and rule over all of Mali. So the king of Soso, who is Sumanguru, was informed about this revelation that there's going to be a prince from the Madinka tribe that would challenge him and take over the throne or take over his throne. So Sumanguru was not happy with this news. Already, Sundiata's father had so many wives and had so many sons. But the prophecy revealed that the king of Madinka, who was Sundiata's father, would marry a woman, an ugly woman, with a hunchback, who would give birth to Sundiata. So the king agreed and married an ugly woman with a hunchback, and the woman got pregnant. The woman got pregnant, and I don't know if it's over exaggeration. I learned the pregnancy lasted for 14 good years. Someone kept her pregnancy for 14 years before Sundiata was born. And when Sundiata was born, he was a cripple for 7 years. He couldn't walk after birth. Sundiata could not walk after birth. So Sumanguru never believed that the crippled boy would one day rise to defeat him. So his eyes were rather on Sundiata's half-brothers, who were abled bodies, who were people who could walk and move about. So his attention went to those people rather, and he had them killed after the death of their father because he wanted to take over their tribe. And as nature may have it, Sundiata's stepmother was against him. So he plotted against Sundiata and his mother. So because of that, they fled from their kingdom and went to another town. And that was when Sundiata gained his strength. And before they even left town, one day, I don't know if it was exaggeration, one day he uprooted a baobab tree. We all know how strong baobab trees are. He uprooted a baobab tree as a cripple and brought it to the doorsteps of his mother. So everybody saw that the boy is really strong, even though he was a cripple. So they left town, they went into exile. And that was when he gained his strength and started walking and learned the arts of fighting and gained people on his side. So later he came back. When he was of age, he came back. And let's go back to the poem. The poem has it that the leader of the Jains prescribed 2 white rams for Susu Sumanguru Bamangana. The leader is the chief priest. The leader is the divine priest, or what some people will call the chief priest. He prescribed 2 rams for Susu Sumanguru in anticipation of what would happen. So Sumanguru kept the 2 white rams in his compound. He fashioned pure silver. He fashioned pure silver on the leg of one of the rams and named that ram after him. Then he fashioned another gold. He fashioned pure gold on the leg of the other ram. There were 2 rams. So he named one after him and named one after the person who was to come and defeat him, because he didn't know the person's name, simply because he thought he had gotten rid of the sons of Sundiata's father. So, and attached it to the leg of one named after himself. He intended to change matters. He fashioned pure gold and attached it to the leg he had named after Sundiata. See, he did not know Sundiata's name. He said, the person whom God is to create. So he didn't even know that Sundiata had already been born. So in the poem, he said, is he not yet born? Is he in this town? Is he in his mother's womb? Is he a spirit? If it be God's will, it is that child who will destroy my reign. So he didn't even know that Sundiata was born by an ugly woman, and they had even fled town after he succeeded in killing all his brothers. It was the killing of the brothers that even made Sundiata and the mother to go into exile, because they were afraid that if Sumanguru gets to know that there's another son for the late king, he will also be killed. So he went to form an ally and came back to fight Sumanguru. And as fate may have it, the ram that was named after Sundiata defeated, I don't even know why he chained a silver on the leg of the ram he named after himself and chained gold on the leg he named after the one who was to come and defeat him in the person of Sundiata. But as fate may have it, Sundiata came back and defeated Sumanguru and ruled over Mali by uniting all the tribes. So that is just the story. That is the synopsis. Let me put it, the summary of what the story is all about. So we would say that an epic is a type of oral literature, or it is a type of literary composition that tells a story about an adventurous or a popular hero. What is another name for hero? What is the female version of the word hero? Who can tell us? Yes, I want to know from the class.
Yes, I want to know from the class.
Heroine.
Heroine.
Heroine, or you
Heroine, or you can
even call the Shiro. It's either a hero or a hero.
Heroine.
So
Please,
it is
can
a
you
form
come
of
again with the definition for the epic?
an epic is a type of oral composition that tells a story. An epic is a type of oral composition that tells a story about the adventures of a popular hero. Have you captured it?
Yes, please. Thank you.
It is long in nature. The epic is long in nature and talks about the bravery and achievements of legends in our societies. The epic is long in nature and talks about the achievements and bravery of legends in our societies and the effects of their achievements in our communities or societies. Most epics have historical and mythical backgrounds about great men and women who lived long ago and whose stories people can still remember up to this day. I mentioned earlier Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. All of us still remember Kwame Nkrumah, even though we were not born during his era. We have learned about Yasantua, even though they were long gone before we were born. They are all legends that have done so well for their communities, so their stories are still with us. Then we have Nelson Mandela for South Africa. These are all good people that helped their countries or their societies, as it were, whose stories people can still identify with or remember. We can also talk about the fact that these adventures of these heroes have been preserved by what we call the storytellers in our societies, or the griots. They are called the griots. We have non-African epics as well. We have non-African epic poems as well, like Paradise Lost, the Iliad, and there are so many on even how Rome was founded. But since our discussion is on African oral poetry, we will concentrate on just that. So we are now going to look at the structure of the poem Sundiata. I counted and I realized that the poem has 65 lines. The poem Sundiata is made up of 65 lines. And it is made up of 3 stanzas. That is what I have observed. The poem Sundiata is made up of 3 stanzas. We talked about stanzas last week. We talked about stanzas last week, so kindly make reference to whatever we discussed and the voice notes I've sent on what comprises a stanza. So the poem is made up of 3 stanzas, all dealing with different issues. We look at what we call the theme. Whenever you are appreciating a poem, there are so many things you need to look at. First is the number of lines comprising the poem. If you can name it, you name it. I checked on AI. I haven't gone to Google.
Madam,
To
please,
look
your
for
line
the
is breaking.
name of a 65-line poetry, and it gave me pentalic poem. So you can say it's a pentalic
Madam,
poem
please.
because it is made up of 65 lines.
Then please, the network.
Then we talk
It's
about the
breaking.
theme. The theme.
Madam.
It's not new, it's a network. I'm talking. Sorry. It's a network. The more reason I will send the voice note, so please don't worry, okay? The network here is bad. I'm trying. I'm not even inside the room. I'm outside. I'm trying, okay? So please, let's look at the next thing. After looking at the number of lines, the next thing to talk about is the theme. The theme. So the theme of the poem Sundiata, we have so many themes. We have what we call hyperbole. Sorry. Sorry. We have what we call destiny versus struggle. One of the things. The first one, we have destiny versus struggle. That is Sundiata's struggle. his struggles to fulfill the prophecy that was pronounced on him. So there was destiny versus struggle. That is one of the things. He was destined. He is a prince who was destined to rule over all of Mali. But he had to struggle to attain that feat. So that is one of the things. So you can have destiny versus struggle. The second one, we have leadership and power. Leadership and power. He was able to unite the Madinka people and the Soso people, or the Madinka Empire and the Soso Empire. Remember I said earlier that the Soso Empire was ruled by Sumanguru. So soon Diatta was able to unite these two tribes to become what we now have as the Mali Empire in this dispensation, or the contemporary era. Then the third thing to look at is what we call the courage and perseverance. He was courageous enough to overcome his childhood disability. Remember I said in the opening story that Diatta was paralyzed for 7 years when he was born. He couldn't walk. The mother carried him in her womb for 14 years, and when he was born, he couldn't walk for 7 years. He was paralyzed. So he overcame that childhood disability and went into exile. He and his mother fled their town and went to settle elsewhere, where he trained to become a strong person to come back to fight Sumanguru. So for, let's say, 7 years, he couldn't walk. So he was able to overcome that. He had courage to overcome that. Then the fourth theme to look at is what we call the cultural heritage, where he united the Madinka kingdom and the Soso kingdom. So that is it with the theme. Then the next thing to look at on the poem is what we call the literary devices. So many literary devices have been employed in the poem Sundiata. One is hyperbole. Some people call it hyperbole. It's the same thing. Hyperbole is simply the exaggerated achievements that were stated about Sundiata in the poem. The fact that he was able to uproot a whole baobab tree with his hands and carried it to the doorsteps of his mother is more or less a form of exaggeration. And to have it that the mother carried his pregnancy for 14 years is equally a bit exaggerated. Then we have metaphor. We saw metaphor. There are so many lines that are metaphoric in this poem. One is his strength. Sundiata's strength was compared to that of a lion. So in some cases, they call him Marijata. That is the Lion King. In their tribe, they call him Marijata. In Mali, they call him Marijata, and that refers to the Lion King. So Sundiata was regarded as the Lion King. It means his strength was compared to that of a lion, without the use of us or like. Then also we saw symbolism. They used animals like the ram and the lion to portray certain happenings in the story. There was also repetition. Repetition is another literary device that was used. We saw repetition where it was said that the two rams batted and faced the other ram. Okay, soon Diatta left the ewe and faced the other ram. They battered each other and battered each other and battered each other. I think that's line 35. So there's repetition there. Then there was the use of rhetorical questions. Sumanguru, in his quest to know who was to come and defeat him, asked so many questions that needed no answer. So from line 10, he said, since he did not know Sundiata's name, he said, the person whom God is to create, is he not yet born? That is one. Is he in this town? That is another. Is he in his mother's womb? That is another form of rhetorical question. Then the last one is he a spirit? So all these are rhetorical questions that were employed in the poem. Then we also saw imagery. Another literary device is imagery. Last week we talked about imagery and the types we can have when it comes to appreciating a literary piece or a poem. Do we remember what we said about imagery last week?
Yes, please.
What are some of the forms of imagery we discovered last week?
Madam, please, visual.
Yeah. Very
Tactile.
good. So,
Madam, auditory.
Very good. Any other?
Organic.
We mentioned about how many? 7, right?
7, yes, please.
Yes, madam.
All of them have been employed in this poem called Sundiata. All of them have been employed artistically in this poem. So I would want us to read the notes in your book. Okay.
Okay, madam.
Looking at page 58, someone should take it from the beginning of page 58. So we all appreciate what your book has provided. Listen to what I have given you. So someone should take it for us, please. Page 58. If you have the module there, can you read it for us?
Madam.
Yes.
Please, page 58. Characteristics of the epic.
No, this epic poem. Take it from that part, please.
Madam, please, I didn't hear you well.
Take it from this epic poem. It's about the
okay. This epic has survived because. Madam,
no.
please, is it the...
No, that's not what you are reading on. Page 58 of the module. This is about
this epic is another type of literary composition. This epic is about the birth and
no, about 58 to page 58, not 57. Yes.
58 is the characteristics of the epic.
Oh, okay. This poem, this epic poem is about the birth and ascendancy of Sundiata. Is that the one, madam?
Very good. Yes, please.
The extract that you are going to read is one version of the epic of ancient Mali Empire of the 13th century kingdom in West Africa. This kingdom was founded by Sundiata. This epic has survived because the gods or praise singers attached to the court of Sundiata. Hello?
Madam. Yes, please continue. Okay. Please continue.
Hello, madam.
This epic.
Yes.
Madam, please, our coordinator said I should give them announcements. Please, can you excuse me, please?
Okay, no problem. Go ahead.
Please, those who are at West Coast Center, please come to the office now. They said they want to take our name so that we can do it face to face. So please, if you know you are at West Coast Center, come in front of the administration so that we can write our names there. Thank you, madam.
Okay. So it means you people are going to do yours face to face. Is that it?
Yes, that's what the
It means
coordinator told me.
okay, no
He said
problem.
we are more than 25, so we should come so that you can do something about it for us.
No problem. I am actually supposed to do it for all the centers across the country. But if they want to do it face to face for you, no problem.
Thank you, madam.
You're welcome. Yes, who was reading for us? Hello.
Yeah, madam.
Hello, madam.
Yeah, who was reading? Please continue.
Okay. This epic has survived because the griots or praise singers attached to the court of Sundiata preserve the memory of his achievements, interpreting them and keeping them unadulterated. Legend has it that Sundiata was born by a buffalo mother who was an ugly hunchback called Sogolon. She had carried the pregnancy for 14 years. For 7 years after his death, Sundiata could not walk. However, one day he uprooted a huge baobab tree and raised himself from the ground by lifting and bringing the trunk of the tree, its roots and leaves to Sogolon door. This epic, just like other famous ones, teaches teaches other rulers of the kingdom the art of governing according to the principles of their ancestors.
Very good. So that is briefly the story about Sundiata. He was born and have started working after 7 years. So let's look at the characteristics of an or of this very epic that we are looking at. Sundiata. Yes.
Characteristics of the epic. The word of the epic
Samuel,
is
please, can you
characterized
turn
by the
your
following.
speaker off? Oh.
Yes.
There is a correspondence between the different levels of life, namely the natural and the supernatural, and the human and the animal. In Sudyata, the leader of the Jains, that's divine priest, consult God. He says, but since I began serving God, that's what God has revealed to me. This is evidence of the interaction between the two worlds mediated by the genes. Again, there is interaction between humans and animals. Here, Sumanguru Bamangana fashioned pure silver and attached it to the leg of the one named after himself. 2. Again, there is orderliness emanating from the power and the control of the gods and invisible forces, manifested through prophecies and oracles that are eventually fulfilled. Sumanguru goes to the leader of the Jains and narrates what has happened between the two realms. Can you find out what happened between the two realms? Write down your answer for face-to-face discussion. The leader of the Jains responds, he has ordained this kingship and it cannot be altered. Each and every one know about the power of God and no one can stampede the events as they unfold.
Please, so thank you. I want to ask a question. Sumanguru, as we were told, and the king of the social empire was a sorcerer. Why would he have to go to the divine priest to seek answers? Any ideas? Sumanguru was one of the kings in the Mali Empire who was ruling over the Soso tribe. But he always goes to the divine priest to seek answers. Any answers? Yes.
Madam, it's
Yes,
just
dear.
like in our times, you see, Even the chiefs, our chiefs, they all have gods that they consult. But at the end of the day, they go to the chief first because they believe that what they see and they don't understand, somehow the gods will reveal it or be more, a um, they will reveal the intimate part of whatever vision that they saw
They'll tell
themselves
them what
to the
is
chief
accurate.
priest, or if the chief priest that can explain.
But you know something? Me, all the chiefs I've known of that consult their uh, divine priest, they are not sorcerers, so they are not magicians. But this Sumanguru king was a magician or a sorcerer. So why would he consult a divine priest to know what would be happening next? So what is he using his sorcery for? That is what I want to understand. Do
Madam.
you understand?
Hello, madam.
Madam. Hello, madam.
Yes, I'm listening.
Madam, please, can I talk?
Can I talk?
Maybe he was powerful as himself, but he wanted to know that what him himself is up to or see is the same thing as what the oracles too are seeing.
Okay, that is your opinion. Thank you. Any other? Thank you so
Madam,
much for your support. Yes, dear.
please, can I talk?
Is that Ruth?
Yes, please.
Talk. Yes.
Madam,
Sumanguru was a sorcerer. Yeah.
I think that Sumanguru was a sorcerer, but his practices, sometimes maybe it could be that he was practicing black magic or something. What he was doing is not wrong, and he didn't have the ability to see into the future. That is why he needed to consult another person
who sees into the future or who hears from God.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Yes, any other? Hello. Let's all be part of the discussion, because sometimes the questions are set such that just a line of the poem will be taken and questions will be asked on. And normally it is about the poems we are studying in this book. I remember one of the past questions, they asked so many questions on the poem Owusu. We looked at Owusu last week. So they will just pick a particular line and ask you a question about it. So if you don't really understand the poem, you may not be able to answer. So we are all discussing it. Yes, any other answer?
Hello, madam.
Madam.
Please, maybe he was not using his power very good or in a good manner. That was the reason why he think the gods will not reveal anything good to him. So he need to consult another.
Very good.
Madam.
Sumanguru is an evil leader. That was why he had all the brothers of Sundiata killed, because he saw them as a threat to his rulership. Yes, the next one. Any other submission?
Madam.
Yes,
Please, I think Sumanguru, he saw it. He saw that someone, the Sundiata, the brothers, or maybe someone from his family will kill him. That was why he was trying to kill all the brothers. So he later went to the oracle to confirm, to see maybe if he has stopped it or it's still.
It was a prophecy that came actually, that there was going to be someone like that who would defeat him. But because he felt he had magical powers, there was nobody strong enough to defeat him. Do you get it? He heard it from the priest, from the divine priest, that there was going to be someone from the Madinka tribe, a prince that would come and defeat him. So he knew from the prophecy. You get it? Any other submission before we continue? Yes, any other?
Madam.
Yes, dear.
Madam, I think he was not that powerful to see the future. That's why I didn't notice.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I
I was
didn't
asking a
notice.
question. Gold and silver, which is more precious?
Madam,
Gold.
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 Gold. Very
Madam.
good. Very good. But from the poem, we realized that Sumanguru, there were two rams. Then Sumanguru named one after himself and tied a silver ring on the one he named after himself, and tied a gold ring on the one that was to come and fight him. Why did that happen? Why would he,
Madam,
in his
I
right
think
senses, give himself
his
silver and
conscience was against him. Like, he
eh.
knew that definitely, yes, his conscience was against him. Like, you see, sometimes you know that this one, if whatever you do is A, you can't change it to B.
Mm-hmm.
So his conscience was against him. That's
Okay. Yes. Any other?
Madam.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Hello, madam. I think that.
Please, I'm listening.
Hello, madam.
Please talk.
Okay. I think that sometimes some people are naturally blessed with powers, and others too, who are not blessed with it, sometimes try to get or practice powers which are not theirs. So he definitely knew what he was doing was not right. And he knew that somebody would come to defeat him, and he was destined to die.
Oh, okay. That's equally good. That's equally a good submission. Any other?
Madam.
Yes.
I was also thinking it wasn't royalty, but because of his sorcery, he was, and how wicked he was, they allow him to rule.
Very good. That is another excellent point. It means he arose to be a king, not as a royal, but he usurped someone's power. Do you know what it means to usurp someone's power? If you
Yes,
usurp,
please.
the word is USURP. If you usurp someone's power, it means you are not the one meant for that position, but you have forcefully taken the position just because you think you are strong. So you can clear people off your way to assume that position. So that was all he did. It was never mentioned anywhere that Sumanguru was a royal and was supposed to ascend any throne. But because he's a sorcerer and was practicing magic, he ascended the social tribe, ruled over them, and wanted all of Mali. In actual case, when Sun the ancestor died, any of his sons should have replaced him as king. But because Sumanguru wanted all of Mali, he had all the sons killed because he saw them as a threat. So he is not what we call them the heir apparent. The heir apparent. He was not the heir apparent to even ascend any throne. So that is another very good submission. Yes, any other? Yes. Oh, you can share so many ideas on this. Oh, yes, any other?
Madam.
The guys are not talking. Oh, are they part of the class?
Madam.
Yes, madam.
Yes, yes.
Madam, please, I think destiny happened. It was destiny.
Very good. Very good.
Madam.
It was destined to happen that a wicked person would not rule over Mali. That was why the prophecy came for someone to come and rescue all of the Madinka people and the Soso people. Yes, any other? Yes.
Madam.
Yes, dear.
Okay, so I think that going back to what you were asking, why he gave the gold to the opponent and chose the silver. I think that point he was trying to be smart because he thought that he was powerful. So no matter what, if if he wins, he's going to take the gold back. So he was trying to be smart at that point. That's why, because
Very
he
good. That
knew
is
the value of
another.
the gold over the
It's true.
silver.
That is
So
another
he
excellent point, because he had all the sons of Sundiata's father killed. So he felt that was the end of their lineage. He felt that was the end of their lineage. So he was boasting, asking, the person whom God is to create, is he not yet born? Is he in this town? Is he in his mother's womb? Is he a spirit? So he was trying to dare the prophecy. He was daring the prophecy that came from God. You see how boastful people end up? He was daring the prophecy of God because he felt he had won by killing the heir apparent, those who are the rightful owners to the throne. So he felt he had won. And that was what brought about his downfall. All right, let's continue. The point 3 under the characteristics. Yes. Hey, someone was reading for us. Oh.
I
The
was
point
reading,
3.
madam.
Okay, please continue.
There is a clear distinction between good and evil, between those who are wicked, greedy, arrogant, ambitious, treacherous, and those who are just kind, generous, loyal, and sympathetic. The fight between the ram with gold fastened to its leg and the other which has silver attached to its leg illustrates this. It is evident from the narrative that good triumph over evil. Again, Sumanguru wanted to change the course of events God has ordained, especially the kingship, but the leader of the Jains retorts, he has ordained this kingship and that cannot be altered.
Very good. So
Oh,
from the two, excuse me, please, from the two names that have been mentioned, Sumanguru and Sundiata, who is the evil one and who is the good one?
Guru is the evil one.
Sumanguru is the evil one.
And then
And
soon
the
the other
Sundiata
Sundiata
is the
is the
The
good
good
one.
the
Very good. Very good. Let's continue. 4.
there is a great passion of courage, determination, endurance, and even sorrow moves. There is a great passion of courage, determination, endurance, and even sorrow moves the extraordinary human figures of the epic world. In the epic, we see a white ram fashioned with gold and named after Sundiata, showing determination and endurance to defeat the other ram. Sundiata went back a little, then came crashing into the other ram, which fell to the ground.
I want to ask a question. Though. I want to ask
Hello?
a question.
Okay,
Yes.
madam.
Oh, microphone is giving us feedback.
Joanna, please turn off. Oh,
Therefore, says there is great passion of courage, determination, endurance, and even sorrow moves the extraordinary human figures of the epic world. In the epic, we see a white ram fashioned with gold, named after Sundiata, showing determination and endurance to defeat the other ram. Sundiata went back a little, then came crashing into the other ram, which fell to the ground. Do you know that when all of this was happening, Sundiata was not in town? Do we know that when all of this was happening, Sundiata was not at the scene of the incident?
Yes,
yes,
please.
Yes, madam.
Very good.
madam,
He and
please
the mother
how?
were in exile. How? They have. Oh. When all of this was happening, it was just a ram, a male sheep that was used to represent Sundiata. It was not a human being. No. That is what I want you to understand.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a human figure that was at the scene fighting. Remember, Sumanguru placed or fashioned a silver ring on one ram that represented himself, and another ram that represented Sundiata. And these two rams fought. And to show Sumanguru that God is the supreme being, and he ordained that Sundiata will come and rule Mali, made the two rams fight. And at the end, the one wearing the gold ring defeated the one wearing the silver ring. Do you get it now? So when the fight was happening, it wasn't the two humans that fought. It was just animals that represented the two individuals. One is the heir apparent, and the other is what we called a usurper. So Sumanguru was not at the site of the incident, but he was named after a sheep or a ram. Then Sundiata was also named after what? Another ram. But the fight happened in the presence of Sumanguru. Do you understand it now?
Yes,
They
madam.
used two
Yes, madam.
They used two animals to represent the two personalities. When the fight was happening, it happened in the presence of Sumanguru. But Sundiata was not around. He was not even in the town at the time. He was in exile. He was not around. So that is what I want us to understand. They are mentioning Sundiata's name, all right, but he did not fight a physical fight. He didn't fight a physical fight. It was the ram that was used to represent him that did the fighting. So let's get that clearly. So over here, they say Sundiata went back a little, then came crashing into the other ram. It was the ram that has been named after Sundiata. It wasn't the individual himself, or was not the personality himself. So let's look at the fifth characteristic of the poem Sundiata. Yes.
Okay, 5. The world of the epic poem is not remote from our everyday experience. The
That
powerful
is very
emotions
true.
that are experienced. Sorry.
Okay, please continue.
The powerful
Please
emotions that
continue.
are experienced. The powerful emotions that are experienced and aroused by those who inhabit the epic world are so dark, naked, and striking. They are able to show us what basically human beings are like.
Very good. So what the fifth point is telling us is that the world of epic poem is not remote from our everyday experiences. That is very true. Whatever happened in the 13th century is still happening today. People are still killing people to take over their positions. And sometimes, if you are lucky, you get a prophet or a seer telling you to avoid this or avoid that because this is about to happen. So whatever happened in the past is still happening today. And that is what the point 5 is telling us. The world of the epic poem is not remote from our everyday experience. It is true. People are still killing for power. People are still being evil, even though they know they are not the rightful heirs. So that is what the poem is telling us through the characteristics that have been observed. Men have guardian spirits or genes and totem animals because of the relationship and correspondence between the various levels of existence in the epic world. When we go to our various tribes, there is what we call totem. What is a totem? Any ideas from the class? I want to know from you, what is a totem? Hey, beloved in Christ.
Madam.
Yes, dear.
A totem is like an object of worship, usually
Very
an animal
good.
or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's what I know
Very
about the
good.
totem.
Yeah, it's correct. Any other?
Madam,
Yes.
please, like it's like a symbol that
Mm-hmm.
represents a group of people. Sometimes it can be an animal or a plant or any natural object.
Very good. A lot of clans have totems. If some don't even eat certain animals or types of fish, because they see it as an object of what? Worship. They see it as a symbol that represents their clan. There's a tribe in the Volta region, Adaklu. They don't eat snails because they see the snails as their totem. And I learned even India, they don't eat is it cow or
Yes,
cattle.
cows.
They see them as an object of what? Um, worship, as a symbol of worship. They revere such animals and they see them as humans. They are treated as humans. So such animals will never be slaughtered in those areas. In much the same way as humans, we have spirits or animals that show relationship and correspondence between our various levels of existence. In some tribes, their totem is the eagle. So when you see the umbrellas for their kings, you see the head of an eagle on the umbrella. Some people, they have their deities to be crocodiles or elephants or whatever it is. So it is believed that we have animals that act as spirits that protect us on earth. So reverence is given to these animals. And Sundiata's achievements was likened to that of a lion. They saw the lion to be his guardian angel that protected him. So he exhibited the strength of a lion in conquering Sumanguru. So let's look at the analysis from the book. The analysis is nothing different from what I have shared with you. But sometimes for us to have a unified definition of whatever we are discussing, we look at what is in the book. It is not different from what I have discussed with you. The opening or introduction to this epic poem, also known as the proposition, announces the serious subject the poem is going to talk about. The opening gives the impression that an important subject related to faith is going to be discussed. It tells of the defeat of Sumanguru and the advent of Sundiata. The leader of the Jains prescribed those two white rams. What does the leader of the Jains do to the two rams? Write your answer for face-to-face discussion. The two rams are engaged in a natural fight over an ewe, which on the surface level seems like a desire for procreation and survival. On another level, it is about the birth of Sundiata and his rise to fame. So the analysis here, if you have any poem to appreciate, all that we are doing this morning is for you to know what and what to address. The narrator tells us that the ram named after Sundiata went back a little, then came forward, crashing into the other ram, which fell into the ground. And we all know that the one that fell into the ground is the one named after Sumanguru. Sumanguru is surprised and goes to consult the leader of the Jains about what had happened to the other ram. He is told about God. He is told that God has ordained another person to the kingship and this cannot be altered. And this was just to fulfill the prophecy that came about Sundiata even before his birth. I want to ask the class, why is it that Sundiata's father had so many sons, but none of that was the heir apparent? But their father was supposed to go and sleep with an ugly woman with a hunchback. That was to give birth to Sundiata for him to come and defeat Sumanguru. Yes, any answers from the class? The father had so many sons already that could have become the next heir apparent. But none was chosen. But there was a prophecy for another child to be born to come and inherit his dad's throne. Any answers, please?
Madam.
Yes.
Madam, please, I think because Sundiata's mother was ugly and also hunchback, nobody would ever think that it was her son who would come and inherit all this that we are talking about.
Very good. That is one of the points. Any other?
Madam.
Yeah.
Madam, I think that it's because they wanted to prove to Sumanguru that no matter what, no matter where the person is coming from or the background of the person, if the person is supposed to lead, the person will lead.
Very good. That is another point. Yes.
Madam.
Yes.
Okay, so I think that sometimes certain things happens because God has ordained it to happen. So you see, maybe Sundiata was a man that was going to grow up to be very patient and someone who can be a good leader. So nature knew that this man would be a perfect leader for the community.
Okay, very good. Any other? Before I also give my answer.
Madam.
Yes. Yes. Two people have mentioned my name. So the two people will give their submissions. Yes.
Okay.
Grace.
Yes, I think that all of the children, maybe they find them unworthy. That's why the king chose Sundiata's mother. That's my opinion.
Okay. You've also tried. Yes. Any other? I had to.
Madam.
I
was also thinking that maybe the other children, their mothers were not married properly. The way Sundiata's mother was married.
Wow, they were married properly, so they were known as the king's wives.
Wives.
They
Oh,
were
okay.
properly married. Uh-huh. But you know why? The other or any other subject, I'll give my answer.
Madam.
Yes. Yes.
Madam, I think that is destiny, and sometimes the rejected stone can be the cornerstone because nobody thought the woman would give birth to such a great leader.
Very good. That is another one. Yes. Is that the last? Hey, I can't hear from the guys today. What is happening?
Madam.
Yes.
And please, I also think it's God's plan so that it will put to shame to those who look down on people.
Very good. That is another excellent point. Is that all? Francisca.
Madam, please, I've answered it.
Were you the one that just spoke?
Yeah, I raised my hand
Oh,
and
okay.
I answered that.
Okay. Do you know why? Do you know why the other sons were not considered to ascend the throne? Their mothers were wicked. Their mothers were wicked. Their mothers were wicked. And one even wanted to have Sundiata and his mother killed because she was desperate to have one of her sons to become the heir apparent. Their mothers were wicked and they were fighting for positions for their children. That is why none was appointed as the next king apparent. And it had to come from an ugly woman whom everybody regarded as a nobody in the town. It was rather her son that became the the king and united all of Mali. Mm. Any questions before we continue? Let me ask another question. Do you know that at a point Sumanguru was scared? He was frustrated and scared. Do you know that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, madam.
When did that happen? When did
Madam,
that
it
happen?
happened when he started killing the sons.
Oh, madam.
Madam.
Madam,
Yes.
it happened when
That
the ram with the gold
very good.
Yeah, so you have
Very
to
good.
go to the
If
girls to
when
consult.
the ram with the ring fell, or when the ram with the gold ring in or pushed him to the ground, that was when he became scared and frustrated and had to go to the the. Hey, someone is having another. That was when he went to the divine priest to seek answers or to know why he had to be defeated. Then the last question I would like to ask is, wasn't Sumanguru aware that he was going to be overthrown? He was going to be defeated by Sundiata. Wasn't he aware?
madam. Madam, he was aware, but he didn't believe it because he thought he's very powerful.
Very good. Very good. Any
Madam,
other?
madam,
Yes.
he
Madam.
was aware, but he thought he had killed all the sons who were capable of defeating him. He didn't think that
He didn't know
Sundiata,
about. Very good. That is one of the answers. He didn't know there was another son anywhere
Yes.
that was to come. So he was boasting at a point. Is he not yet born? Is he in this town? Is he in his mother's womb? He didn't know there was any other son anywhere that could come and defeat him. Here's any other submission?
Out of arrogance.
Madam, he was
Uh-huh.
aware, but he thought he was very powerful, so he could overcome anybody at all.
Very good. That is equally another important point. Mhm.
Madam,
Someone said, Madam, do you want to ask a question?
Madam, no, I just wanted to add that he was aware, but because Sundiata and the mother wasn't around, so he thought he was done.
He didn't know about their existence. He didn't know, because if he had known, he would have had him killed as a child. Do you get it? Or maybe he knew he was, and maybe he knew he was born, but he despised him because he was a cripple.
Wasn't
Sundiata
yes.
was a cripple for 7 years.
Madam, please, I want to ask a
Madam,
question.
madam,
Okay,
please, I
please
want to
do.
add something.
Okay.
Madam,
Please
please, I
ask.
think that you see some of the kings and the people who have powers, like who have upper powers, like kings, and when they give birth to maybe cripple or blind or the disability, they don't normally bring them out. They try to hide them so that they can.
Okay.
So I think maybe Sumangu didn't know they had a son like that, or he thought that the son the man he had killed all of them.
Oh, okay, very good. Yes.
Madam, please,
That is an
I want to ask.
response.
It's a question you asked earlier about why Sumanguru used the gold necklace, the gold ring on the other ram, and then use the diamond. How do you call it?
Silver.
silver one on his own. Madam, can it be out of ignorance?
What should that be ignorance? He knows the worth of gold and that of silver.
Madam, can it be maybe unknowingly? Maybe he didn't know. Maybe, Madam, can it be nature that made it so? Unknowingly.
I would say, no, let me give my input. I would say that he was trying to dare nature. He was trying to dare God. There was a prophecy that someone would arise to defeat you.
Yes,
I think he was daring God because he had succeeded in the other sons of Sundiata's father. You get it?
Yes, Madam.
So that is how
Thank you,
he
Madam.
thought there was nobody again to fight him or to overthrow him.
Okay, Madam.
So
Thank you.
That is how I would explain it. He was daring the prophecy.
Okay, Madam. Thank you.
Any questions, please? We all understand the poem Sundiata and how we have appreciated it.
Yes, Madam.
Yes, Madam.
And now the understanding, thank you. Now the understanding will be clearer to all of us that if you have a poem and you are to analyze it, you look at the structure, and the structure involves the number of lines used, the literary devices used, the theme, and sometimes you even need to state the mood and the tone of the poet. All these things would help you appreciate the poem fully. If you need to state the number of lines, state it. If you need to state the message in each stanza, do that. Then you explain the literary devices that are used in each stanza or in each line. Add to your essay or help. So that would be for today. And to the first step, you have to send me the names I mentioned earlier, the names and the index numbers of their members on the group, onto the group for me, please.
Madam.
The index number, yes, dear.
Madam, please, I want to ask a question. Madam, if in an
Please
examination they ask you to appreciate a poem, are you going to first you write characteristics and later you write analysis, or you are going to put all in one paragraph, or you do it paragraph to paragraph? How will you answer that question?
Paragraph by paragraph. Another will appreciate it, taking it stanza by stanza. Then another person to appreciate the poem, stating what the title implies.
Abubakar, you are distracting us.
Stating what the title implies and what each stanza of the poem is talking about. So it's either you take it stanza by stanza and write your paragraph on it, or you start with the title, then you explain it the way you understand it, or you go by how the book arranges an appreciation of a poem. First of all, they talk about the characteristics, they'll talk about the theme, they'll talk about the literary devices, and later talk about the analysis in general. So it depends on the approach you may adopt. We don't expect all of you to answer the questions the same way, but at the end of the day, some things should be prominent to let the examiner see that you have been able to appreciate the poem correctly. You need to talk about the figures of speech. You need to talk about the arrangement, that is the stanza. Then you need to talk about the subject matter or the theme of the poem. Even if you are not able to talk about anything at all concerning the poem, the subject matter, the literary devices, and sometimes the characters are equally important in appreciating a poem. So at least if you're able to mention 5 features, you'll be good to go. You get it. Talk about the character, then the imageries that have been employed, the literary devices. You talk about theme, yes.
Madam, please, I want to know if you write it in a paragraph, or how are you going to present your answer?
Arrange them in a chronological order, and arranging things in a chronological order ought to be in paragraphs, or you itemize them. It's either you are itemizing or you write them in paragraphs.
Okay,
You get
madam.
it?
Okay,
Now,
madam.
you
Thank
either
you.
itemize or write them in paragraphs. And sometimes too, they just give you simple sentences. Who was Sumanguru in this poem? Then you have to state that maybe he was the king of so and so. You don't even need to write paragraph though. They are just straightforward questions you need to give straightforward answers to. Do you understand what I'm saying? You are going to write brief notes on some of the questions that will be said, unless maybe you are giving a whole poem to appreciate. If you're giving a whole poem to appreciate, then you can itemize your points or you put them in paragraphs.
Okay, madam.
Any other question? Hey, no more questions.
Madam.
Yes, dear.
Please.
Hello.
Please, has any like have the presentation group been created or yet to?
Yet to be created. I mentioned at the beginning of the thing that the various course reps at the various centers should send me the list of the members in their classes with their index numbers. Then I will give them questions to answer or what to present on. That was my first submission. The various course reps, they are the only ones that can send me the index numbers and the full names of their members offering this particular course.
Madam, please, some of us, we don't know our course web, so.
Okay, so those of you offering the course, at least at the various centers, you should know if you are 4 or 5 studying this very course.
Madam, some of us, our study center is online.
And from which town?
Tema.
Greater Accra.
Okay.
Tema.
How many are you at your center?
Madam, please, we don't have any center. Like, we've not met face to face before. It's solely online.
Okay, so how do I gather the
Esther, I'm also in Tema, so I'll please
Yeah,
drop your
so
number
it's just
so that
the
we
two
can.
of us.
Because last year what I did was all those at Techiman, they formed one group. All those in Accra belonged to another group. All those at Instawam formed another group. Those in Takradi formed another group, and those in Cape formed another group. So that was how the groups said yes.
Please, I'm doing online.
So
you are
it
doing
means
online.
that you go to the. I just want to suggest.
But some of us in
Madam.
Madam. Yes.
Yeah, please. No, please. I'm the only one. I'm doing it online.
Okay, please. Let's all take this. Let's listen to this, please. I have created a WhatsApp group for all of you. I've created a WhatsApp group for all of you. If you are not on the
Madam,
WhatsApp group,
I know inside of
send me
WhatsApp.
hi on WhatsApp and let me send you the link to use in joining the group. So we take it from there. I've created a WhatsApp group. If you are not yet on that, if you are not yet in that group, send me hi on WhatsApp. Let me send you the link in joining the group. Then we'll discuss the rest in the group.
Madam.
Yes. Yes,
Please, I
dear.
want to ask if the quiz will be done online or face to face. Because when I
Oh,
check my timetable, they are saying
They have
you
written
are
it in our
required to
portal
write
that is
the
online.
Madam, please, they are saying you are required to write the exams at the venue indicated above. And the venue indicated above, the venue for all my quizzes are online. But all the teachers who are saying you do it face to face, they did not give me any venue. They wrote online for all.
Please, what I know is the first quiz is written at the various centers. The first quiz is always written at the various centers. Then the second quiz is what you do as the presentation. So if as of now, you don't have a center, but all your courses are online, I would beg of you to contact coach or any coordinator.
Now, if you contact them, they'll tell you
they
to
will
talk
not.
to your
If you,
teachers.
they said
They'll not
don't call
even
them,
mind.
text them on
Some of
WhatsApp.
them
They
can
won't
When
really
reply.
I sent them message, they said I should talk to my teacher.
They will
Some
not
of
take
them
the
will
call.
not even pick your call, not even return it. And we are
Not
confused.
even reply your message.
I feel like giving up cramping.
Oh, come on, don't do that. Listen, some of us are just course tutors. We don't set questions, we don't set exams questions, we don't mark. So if you complained and you were told to contact your teacher, it will be difficult for me to tell you I have questions for you. I don't. We only teach. The center sets
So what do
questions.
we do?
Madam, please, it's during the orientation. They said we have the code. They gave us the code for e-learning. They gave us a certain number. There are 2 numbers that if you have any problem, you go to them. But those 2 numbers, if you have any, if you text them, madam, they will not reply.
Don't know my
if you call, they said don't call, just text them on WhatsApp because when everyone is called, they can't answer everyone on time. So you should text them.
Have they replied your messages?
Them, madam, no. I sent them message like 2 weeks ago that I'm trying to log in my LMS and it's
I
not
sent
going
them
through.
a message.
They have not replied up to date.
I was lucky that she responded. She said that I should talk to my teachers. First, she said, speak to your coordinator. And I told her that I don't even know my coordinator. So she should give me my coordinator's details. Later, she came to tell me that I should speak to my teacher. Since then, she hasn't even responded the message I sent. I responded to that. The teachers don't have.
All of you should relax. We have a coordinator for the online courses.
Yes,
I'll relay the
we have
information
a certain man who has
how
been
best we can resolve it. Okay.
That's not easy.
Hello. We have a coordinator for the online courses.
Sincerely speaking, like I know this is what I'll be going through. I would have even reserved my money.
It's not you alone. Like, how we can go somewhere else or something. During the orientation, they told us nicely as if everything was going to be rosy. Now, if we need any confirmation or something, they don't want to clarify things for us. If you contact them too, they'll throw you.
I'll contact the coordinator for the online courses and get back to you. So please stop panicking. Let me use the word panicking. Stop panicking, please.
Madam, we are dying.
Let me
dying inside.
Madam, panic there. We already panicked. Then we are frustrated. All the ways together.
Are you Sumanguru?
Because we have paid school fees and they are doing this to us.
Madam, we are not
easy. We have paid school fees. They are doing this to us. It's not easy. They are not being fair at all.
There's no the attack coming to defeat you. Relax. Let me get to our coordinator.
They aren't even communicating anything to us.
You have to try your best and help us.
You have already talked about your concerns. So let me contact the coordinator and give you the feedback on the platform. Okay, please. It is too
Okay.
early for you to give up. This is level 100. Don't give up, okay?
Maybe now is
Let
not
me get in.
allowed to.
I know, right? Let me get in touch with the coordinator and get back to you. That is the best I can do. Please.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
So the issue will be resolved.
Madam, thank you very much.
Madam, God bless you so much.
God will bless you because you
Considering
always
so
listen to
much.
our needs. Thank
You
you. You
don't
are
help
trying
us
for us.
here. We don't know what to do. Maybe
Relax,
next semester
relax,
we
relax.
will pay school fees.
Where will you go? After doing one semester, where do you
We'll
want
go
to go?
elsewhere because they are frustrating us. They are not even giving us their mind to
Nosy
learn.
elsewhere.
All these things are frustrating.
Madam, because sometimes lectures will crash and we will not know what to do. Lectures will
No going
postpone their
anywhere.
classes. But the quiz, you are going to write according. They will not postpone the quiz, though. You write accordingly. But lectures,
And if you
they'll
fail to
postpone.
write it there,
Sometimes it will crash. Then you have to leave one and join the other. Sometimes you have to join this and be joining this at the same time.
They have given
oh,
us
Please,
another time too.
all will be resolved.
Madam,
So,
I am
sure, yes,
offering
please.
They have given us another time too.
they are stressing us.
I am
They
offering
are stressing
GAM
us.
and I've not met my lecture once. I
You
called
didn't pick
him
up.
and I have to write the
It's
quiz
an
too.
online. Listen.
Yeah,
It's an online course.
Yes, please.
Hey, yes,
The
is
guy is an
serious.
online. Please, the tutor's contact number is there. So kindly take it and call him or send him a message.
Madam, I
Okay.
called him, he didn't pick up. I texted him, no reply. Yes.
Hey, so how are you going to write the
Madam, I don't even know
hey.
what I'm going to write about.
Madam, we are really disturbed.
No,
We
there
are
will be
really disturbed.
one who has registered for GAN.
Well,
Well, please take your time. The one who has registered for GAN and hasn't met. Do you know of anyone in level 200 or 300 that
Yes,
can give you
madam,
past?
I'm here.
Do you know of anyone in level 200 or 300 that can give you past questions?
Okay, madam, unless I check from the DESA group.
Okay, please do.
Okay, please.
And that's if you think they have materials to help you with, please do and start reading. If you don't meet your tutor, you will still write the quiz. So you have to prepare on your own for now till the person starts teaching you.
Okay, please. Okay, madam.
I don't know. The person has not replied your
Madam.
messages or hasn't called. Yes.
Madam, since last 2 weeks, so.
Madam, please, madam, please, I want to find out, will the schools that GTech prevented us from going to have our lectures there, will it be finally, how do I put it, will it come back? Will we go back to those centers? Because for me, instance, when I was filling the form, I chose Tema School as my learning center. Then after we filled the form and then everything, and we got admission and everything, before they later told us that GTech has cancelled some of those schools and centers and everything. It has become a worry for us. So that means,
but the Temasco Center is operational.
no, they said for only the second years, no first years.
For the continuous students.
Yes, for only the continuous students, and that's after that they will not use the centers anymore.
It means they are working on it.
They are, so that reason, most of us, because of that, most of us had to choose online because we have no option.
Yes, that's why we all chose online.
And now the online too, some teachers that they do not show up. Some too, it clashes with other courses, and it's making it very difficult for us. Very difficult.
All of you should relax, okay? Send me messages privately, so I'll give you the number of the coordinator for the online courses. for Dr. Nyaku.
Oh, madam, God bless you. God
Have
bless
time
you.
for everybody. Dr. Nyaku has everybody. So
Okay,
there is
madam.
no way he will not pick your call or reply your messages. Okay. So send me individual
Madam,
messages.
can you please post the number on the page so that anyone can pick it out when
She
they
said
have
we
issues?
should
No,
send
no,
her
no,
again.
Madam.
She sent it
I
to us.
think what she said was
Madam, I have that
let's do what
number.
happened.
When they were doing the orientation, they gave that number to us. But when you
Is it
change
Dr.
them, they will
Nyaku's
not
number?
reply.
No,
Yes,
not
we
Dr.
have so many coordinators. We have so many coordinators, but there is one in charge of everything. That is Dr. Nyaku. And I know he has the time and patience for everybody. That is why I'm saying those who have challenges should send me individual messages. So I'll forward his number to you. I can put it on the page for him to be harassed. No, that
Okay,
one I
madam.
cannot do it.
All right, please.
So if you're having any
Okay.
challenge,
Thank
like
you.
the one who said she's studying Ghana and all other challenges, those who don't know where they'll be writing their quizzes, you have genuine concern. So send me messages privately, and I'll send you his number so you contact him and know the way forward. Okay.
Madam, please,
And
with the lady who said she's studying the guy,
Hello, madam.
they've created
Hello,
some
madam.
passport group.
Hello, madam.
Okay. Yes.
Hello,
She
madam.
can join. Then she will request for that Pasco. They are sending the
Yeah.
Pasco
Please,
every
can we
subject,
also
every
in
course.
Kumasi
I'm in that
send you
group.
the number?
I'm
Hello,
in that
madam.
group.
Okay.
Hello, madam.
Thank you.
Hello, madam. Hello, madam.
Madam.
Yes.
Madam, please, can we
Please
also
talk.
in Kumasi send you the number?
Yes.
Okay.
Madam, please, can you
Thank you very much.
resend the voicemail again? Please, I